Hey, what's up? It's Mount the Master, and you people keep asking for it, so I'm gonna keep giving it to you. This is the next episode of the stupid shit I did when I was a teenager. It's another 2-for-1 special where I'm gonna be talking about 2 different stunts that I pulled when I was 17 and 18. Now, you all know that when I was 17, I used to pull stunts for attention and to try to look funny. And that's exactly what I did in these stories. So, first story was when I was 17 years old and I was in the 11th grade and I went to school and I put hot sauce in my eyes. So when I was 17, I would eat a lot of food with hot sauce, food that you would never imagine yourself eating with hot sauce. And I took it to school one day and I was in the cafeteria and the lunch tables and I stood on top of the lunch table and I was saying, "Everybody look at me," as if I wasn't already drawing enough attention to myself by standing on the table. And I took the hot sauce out, I showed it, made it clear what it was, and I put about 5 big ass drops of hot sauce in my eye, dude. And Jesus Christ, that shit sting like a motherfucker. It felt like as if I was maced. And everyone was laughing, of course. And I got down from the table, dude, and that shit, honestly, like, I really just wanted to go home. I couldn't, my eye was hurting like a bitch, and I didn't even open it again for a while later. And a week later, I went up to this chick, and I was asking her out, and she was a grade over me, and she was with all her 12th grade friends, and I remember I asked her out and she was saying like, pretty much trying to say that she wasn't interested in me without saying that she wasn't interested in me, without saying that. And after a stupid long pause, dude, her friend answered for her. Her friend said no, and then she referred to the hot sauce incident that occurred a week prior. The second story happened when I was mostly 17, and it's about a dance that I invented called La Conga, or the Conga, which best went to the song, "Come and shake your body, baby, do that conga, no, you can't control yourself any longer." And I don't know if you could say that I invented it or that it was a dance, because essentially all it was me air humping the air left and right and left and right. And I first did this at parties. I just started busting it out at parties because I didn't know what I was doing most of the time. So I figured, this is an easy way to dance. And most people were laughing and shit, and sometimes even people would do it with me. But obviously there was people that thought I looked really lame, because it was. And I just did a couple of parties, and then I went to school, and I thought to myself, you know what? Nobody that goes to the school has ever been to these parties with me, so I'm gonna just show it off. And I would go in front of the class where everybody could see me in the front where the board was, and I would just start doing it right there. And I also did it at the pep rally. I would do it at school, and people thought that it was so funny. They thought it was so hilarious. I mean, probably because of where I was doing it, not the dance itself. Probably more so because of the environment. It was inappropriate. And one day, I said, it was close to the end of the 11th grade. One day I said to one person that, "Hey man, I'm gonna go to Pollo Tropical after school, and I'm gonna do a conga," and that this dude was gonna take me. I told one person, and that dude told another person, that person told another person, another person. When I got to Pollo Tropical with my friend, when he drove me there and I walked inside, it was 20 of my classmates all there waiting for me to do a conga. And I just said, "All right, I'm gonna do this shit. Everybody get the fuck out of the way and let me do my thing." and I just got pretty sure about where the tables were, and I just started doing the conga right there, and everybody was laughing so hard, and the people that worked there, they were staring at me as if I asked for water and I got a soda instead, of course, and I looked like a dumbass. And yeah, I think that was probably the last time I did that actually for a while. I remember I put it to rest. I said I'm gonna let it die out. And actually, right when I turned 18, so this was a couple months later, when I turned 18, I was walking around with my friend Julio that I had back then, and I said, dude, you know, we were just walking outside of my neighborhood, and I said, in my neighborhood, there was these entrances, in the complex, there was these entrances that said the neighborhood's name, right? And they were made out of stone, or seemingly looked like the shit was made out of stone that you make for pillars and shit. And then I told my friend Julio, dude, you know, it would be so funny if I got on top of one of these entrances, dude, and I just started dancing, and I did the conga on it. And then I went up to the entrance and I climbed that shit, dude. And then I got on it and I was standing on it and just making my way to the center of the entrance. And as I was walking through it, I was leaving like pretty nasty dents on the top of that entrance, because everything on that entrance was made out of stone except for the top. You know, I guess the people who made the entrance figure out, let's just take a shortcut with the top, no one's gonna notice. Pretty much the roof of that entrance was made out of, it felt like the walls in your room. You know, when there's a hole in your wall and you see all the material that's inside and shit. I was denting that shit really bad. Like, it was way softer than a wall, and it looked like all that shit that's inside the wall. And I made myself to the center of the entrance, and I did a couple of dances. So by the time I finished doing all my dancing, I was sinking deep into the entrance, and I got off of it after I just finished vandalizing it practically. And I went home and I never did the conga again. And I know that these stories I said in this video aren't as juvenile or as destructive as other stories I told, but I just wanted to get them out of there because I thought they were pretty stupid. And that's what the series is all about, the stupid shit I did when I was a teenager. And the moral of the story is, don't pull strange stunts like I was, because I was trying to be funny and cool, but I was neither, dude. And that's all I have to say for this episode. If you want to talk to me, then get in my group chat on Discord. I'm gonna have the link in my description, and my guy Tai Wu is in there. And that's all I have to say, and rock and roll, motherfuckers.